Good morning. This is not your typical Loom video. We aren't going to be going through an assignment today. I'm just going to talk you guys through a couple of different things. So number one, today there is no big assignment. You are going to spend today getting caught up on work that we have been doing across the last 2 weeks. I've noticed that some of you are a little bit behind, and I want to give you guys time to make sure that you get caught up. The last thing I want you to do is potentially come back to school with a whole lot of zeros. So I want to give you guys some time today to just get caught up. This is not a free day. This does not mean you get to do absolutely nothing. I think almost all of you are missing at least something. If you are not missing anything, then you should be reading for your independent reading project that is also due as soon as we come back from Christmas break. So use your time wisely today. Number two, I'm going to be posting all of the passwords for vocabulary quizzes that we have taken probably since about week 4, so that you guys can get caught up on those. I'll also be posting the Crucible password. I will let you know if those are in Lockdown Browser. Next to that, I'm going to post it under the English 11 tab. What this means is that you do not get to cheat. If I've noticed that your scores are a little bit different than what I would expect of them in class, then I will put in a 0 for that quiz grade until we get back to class, and then I will watch you take the quiz again here in the classroom. So please don't take advantage of the opportunity to take these at home. However, quiz grades do impact your grade quite a bit, so I would like for you to use this time wisely to get caught up in some of those that you might have missed. I know with sports and activities and speech and debate and all the things that were going on earlier in the semester, that quite a few of you missed some Fridays where those were due, and I want to give you guys some time to get those caught back up. So I'll be posting all of those on the calendar today so that you can use those as you need to. Last thing, I guess number 3, maybe not the last thing, is your Crucible essays. I have made it through almost all of them. 4th hour, I think I haven't gotten through all of yours. 5th hour, I'm not through all of yours. And 3rd hour, there's still a couple left of yours. But one thing I just wanted to reiterate to you, these are not completion grades. I'm grading these based off of the effort, the content, the grammar, capitalization, punctuation, spacing. Anything that you would normally have graded in an essay through these essays. So if your grade is not a 100, because I didn't give anybody a 100, don't be alarmed. I gave very few A's on this as well, just because some of you did not use your time wisely in class and did not completely follow directions. What I wanted to share with you is about those of you who have gotten zeros. Unfortunately, no matter how hard I had reiterated it to you, some of you chose to plagiarize your essays. What that means is you turned in somebody else's work. And as I had told you in class, I always find out, and it tells me exactly who you got it from. That is not good for you, because that means that you now have a 0. If you turned one in and have a 0, that means that I probably caught you. You need to go in and check the comments on your essay, whether you have an 89 on it or you got a 0, because it goes through and tells you what you had missed, as well as why you might have gotten a 0 if you did. This is your reminder, because it's happened to a couple of you, whether you have read your comments yet or not. If you share your essay with someone, so let's say student A is in 5th hour and shares an essay with someone who is in 4th hour, student A and B both get 0s, okay? Whether you did the work or not, you do not share your work because someone else is trying to take credit for it, because this is what happens. Student who did the work shares it with student who did not want to do the work. Student who didn't want to do the work copies and pastes the entire thing, doesn't change anything except their name, and turns it in, okay? Pops up 99% plagiarized, because you can't plagiarize your own name, okay, in this instance. That student who didn't do their work is like, well, I didn't do my work, so I'm going to share it with somebody else. Maybe not in my class, maybe in another teacher's class, okay? It pops up plagiarized for that same student. Now you get a 0, probably going to have some issues with the principal as well, because we have to get that involved, okay? It does not matter if you're sharing it with someone in my class or other classes, because some of you have taken advantage of that and decided to share with students outside of our classroom. You get a 0 nonetheless, okay? Depending on the circumstances, I will let you make it up to a 50%, which is very generous, because remember, plagiarism is illegal. If you were in college and got caught, you would get kicked out of your university. You could also be ticketed. Depending on the case of plagiarism, you can be arrested for it. So don't think Miss Bordofske's taking this too seriously. You don't get to take credit for work that somebody else did, okay? I also can tell, because some of you aren't just turning in people's work from our classrooms, but you have decided to copy and paste from the internet. And I love you, and I think that you're all super intelligent. However, when I'm reading them, whether I look and see if it's plagiarized or not, I can tell a big difference between what you in Miss Bordofske's English class and a professional who is published on the internet said, okay? So some of you, only part of your essay was graded because you decided to write in class for a couple of paragraphs and copy and paste the end, okay? So I'm not grading work that's not yours. So that's your PSA. So if you have a 0, you can message me and we'll talk about you getting an essay turned in place of it, but you will have to talk to me about that. This is not a time that you need to be embarrassed because it happens. I want you to be responsible for what you did, and, you know, talk to me about it. It's part of life. We gotta face up to consequences of things that happen. So today, makeup work on quizzes if you're behind. If you need to come in, please message me. I have a lot of students coming in today to get some help, but tomorrow I should be here to be able to offer some of that to you, as well as next week. We are supposed to come back to school together. I'm sure we will find out soon if that's still going to happen or not. If it does, we will spend some time really working on things that we should have done while we were gone. And we will have fun together. If not, same thing will be, I want you guys to come in and get some help. And we'll just do school like we've been doing. So if you guys have any questions, please, please, please message me. There's no code you need to send in today. I just want you to watch the video. Thank you.